I think it's very, very important that students are engaged, because there's only so much that students can really do for themselves throughout the 10-week course, the courses that I ran. So I try my utmost best to be interactive with and respond to as many people on the forums. And let me just tell you, it's not easy, because sometimes the number of students that are enrolled in your courses can range from 60 to 100. So if you imagine each of those forums every week, which I don't recommend to have, it can be actually quite overwhelming and quite strenuous as well. What I try to do for engagement purposes with those particular forums in particular is I like to bring in something that's of my interest. And it's a lot of pop culture. So things like I really like using the sitcom, do they use that word lately, of Big Bang Theory. Because there's a lot of psychology and learning aspects that are embedded in the Big Bang Theory show with Leonard and Sheldon, and all the students already know these shows pretty well. And if I can find snippets of the show on YouTube, I put the link available on the forum, get the students to watch it, and then answer a question that's related to the content, the weekly content, and then that's related to the video. And they really enjoy that, because we try to sort of, I guess, assist all the characters in the show by using hypothetically using whatever content we've learned that week. And I found that students really like that. And I was told that a lot of the postgrad students are teachers, so they then take that into their classroom to see how their students really interact with using that kind of video in the classroom as well. So I found that to be quite engaging for the students. In the lectures, that annotate function actually really increased the engagement of the students. And this was not just listening, but just interacting with a lot of the students. Because sometimes what I found was, if I ask a question on a blank lecture slide and get the students to answer the questions, the students will have very similar answers. But if one person writes an answer that they agree with, they would just stamp away or highlight or tick next to that answer that their peers have written on the screen. And you can imagine that the person that wrote that answer, they would feel so encouraged and motivated to continue, right? And then you would see that there's a collective of students that agree with one particular like this viewpoint, and they sort of feel like they're all part of this whole cohort that are on the same boat together, that they agree in the same thought process. So you can see how that is completely engaging as well.